Okay. So yesterday was just kind of a warm up of what we had been doing. We're actually going to go back to graphing, but we're going to graph using inequalities, so like greater than and less than signs. Okay? So this will be kind of a review of graphing, but then we do things a little bit different. So remember when we have an inequality, especially if we have an inequality just with this an x, you would shade going one way or the other on the line. Do you agree with that? All right. So let's see. I think that's your first one. I think. Nope. Okay. Let me find the page we're on. Yes, that's it. All right. We would like to graph. We have, excuse me. We have two different equations. So this is past 217. 217, 218? 217? 217? Okay. So if I wanted to graph that, does anyone remember what we would try and graph first? Or is this a cover method or? I slope and y-intercept. Good. So what's my y-intercept? Yeah, so the y-intercept is going to be at the point 0, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you feel comfortable so far with that? What's our slope? 1 over 3. So from the point that I just put up there, I'm going to go up 1, right 3. Is it going to be solid or dotted line? Dotted. You're absolutely right. Why? Yeah. So this is, because of this sign right here, this will make this line a dotted line. Okay? Do you feel okay about what we've done so far? Now, if I were to make the statement that there is a region that's below this graph and there's a region above this graph, do you agree with that statement? What I mean is this. If I were to break out my highlighter, I have the region up here and I have the region down here. Do you agree? Yeah. So originally when we saw this, we would have to do a test point, and the test point, in this case, we could have plugged 0, 0 in. When we plug 0, 0 in, 0, 0 could give us a true statement or a false statement. If it's a true statement, you shade where the 0, 0 is at. If it gives you a false statement, you shade the opposite region. Okay? So let me just get rid of those. I now want to graph my other line. So we'll do this one in blue. What is the y-intercept? That one's done. It's going to be graphed the same way. It's not cover method. So what's my y-intercept? -4. So y-intercept is -4. So 0, -4 down here. And then my slope is, hey, thank you for putting it over 1 as well. Good job. So I'm going to go down, from this point, I'm going to go down 2, right 1. Will this be a solid or a dotted line? Solid. Because the line, it's going to be solid. Okay? Do you understand the difference between solid and dotted just because of looking at the line? It's not because of the direction it goes. It's because it has the extra line underneath. So this is going to be a solid line. Looks like this. Now, the nice thing about when you're graphing inequalities or linear inequalities or a system of linear inequalities, meaning you have multiple, you want your graph to look somewhat right, but it doesn't have to be 100% perfect. Okay? All right. Are we okay so far? These two lines do indeed intersect. Agree? But I'm not looking for that dot. Okay? Now, do me a favor. Put your pencils down and watch. Okay? This is only a demonstration. Okay? Because I have two lines drawn up there right now, I have the yellow region, the green region, the blue region, and the pink region. Okay? One of those regions, before you draw anything on, because I'm going to get rid of those, one of those regions is actually what I will shade in. Does that make sense? Okay. So I'm going to get rid of my highlighted portions. Okay. I need to figure out a test point. So do either of my lines go right through the origin where 0, 0 lives? No. So guess what's a really good test point? 0, 0. Okay. So this right here is 0, 0. And because 0, 0 is like on this side of the blue, and it's on this side of the red. Does that make sense how I did that? Yeah. So this side of the blue, this side of the red. If it gives us true on both of the equations, that means I shade where 0, 0 is at. If it doesn't, we can use a little bit of logic to figure out where we should go next. Okay? All right, so I'm going to take the 0, 0. That's my test, and I'm going to try it on both of my equations. So I'll do the red first. I'll chill with you if that's okay. Not because you did anything wrong. All right, so my first equation was this. Oh, by the way, you're allowed to be writing stuff down now. I'm going to replace my x and y value with 0, 0. I have to do a little bit of arithmetic. 1/3 times 0 is 0. Very good. Is 0 less than 5? Would you rather have $5 or $0? $5, always, right? So 0 is less. So this is a true statement. Do you agree with that? Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, let's see. I'm going to do this as blue. So this is referring to the red equation. So that's a true statement. So that means I'm going to shade the entire region underneath here. Now, before you color it in deeply, watch what I'm going to do first, and then mimic what I do. I'll give you some time to write down. Okay, so I'm going to color this whole region in. But that whole region right now is true based on our top equation, which is the one we did in red. Does this make sense? Huh? No, just watch what I'm going to do. Because you don't have this cool of a mechanism. Okay? So far, we are... That's not me. Still not me.
Oh, I was just checking. It's not me. So. It's not, but it's okay.
All right. So now I'm going to take my 0, 0. I'm going to keep my 0, 0.
This one, you know what you should do? You guys should give extra points to people who turn in their phone into the basket every day.
Yeah. Well, do I get extra points for coming to my job?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She gets a paycheck.
paid.
Do I get extra?
I do this for free, though.
For doing my job?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so-
My phone one?
For free?
Yeah. I get.
I
I don't get extra pay.
All right.
But we don't get paid at all.
Exactly.
You get grades.
You get grades.
Yeah, but how-
You don't get paid.
But that, I can't use that in the world. I can't buy something with
Here's
that.
the thing. Mark.
7-hour shifts at this school.
Yeah,
Every
I also have to
day.
do 7-hour shifts with y'all.
And then I have to work after school, so that's.
And I also have to work after school too, so.
All right. Let's come back. Let's go back.
Can we?
All right. We're going to get to the 0, 0. But I'm going to use the 0, 0 on the bottom equation, which was blue. So I'm going to replace 0, 0 with the x and the y. Oops. So -2 times 0 is 0. 0 minus 4. Is 0 bigger than -4?
Yeah.
Would I rather owe nothing or owe $4? Owe nothing. So 0 is bigger. So this is true as well. Agree? All right. I'll go back to my highlighter. Let's see which one's going to work best. Is that? No, what about this one? No, not this one. That'll work nice. Okay. All right, I'm going to do this one in purple. This is a true statement. Okay, which equation was this true statement for? Which line? Which color? Blue. Okay, the 0, 0 is on the right side of the blue. Do you agree?
Basically, the whole thing's true except for like that one small part.
So we just covered.
So, notice I highlighted with 2 colors and I got a third color out of it. Do you agree? Okay, and yes, I have to shade the whole thing because that's how I roll. All right. So, while you're writing this down, what I will tell you is because my highlighters work giving me a third color, the answer to this problem is this purple region here. The pink region was true for the blue, but not for the red. The blue region was true for the red, but not the blue. The purple region is true for both of them. So that dark purple region is where. So if I pick any points in this purple region, any points in the purple region, and plug the ordered pair in that region. So, you know, like, let's say this point right here. This is the point 10, 3. If I took 10, 3 and plugged it into both, it's going to give me a true statement for both. Okay? If I pick the point up here, say 1, 10, 1, 10, if I plug 1, 10 in, is going to give me true on the blue, but not on the red. So you want to see where your graph makes both regions true. Now, we set up the first one nicely, saying 0, 0 works. Okay? But 0, 0 won't always work. But notice how I use 2 different colors. Okay? And I'm not saying go out and buy yourself, highlighters, and when you overlap them, you get a different color. But just realize what's taking place up there. Does that make sense? Does everyone comprehend that this purplish color, I believe it's purple. Am I close on purple?
Yeah.
You all know that my eyes aren't as good as they used to be. So it's like, dude, Sturp, that's green. Could happen. Okay. Does anybody need any more time writing anything down?
Also, another suggestion, like for me, can I show something Sturp real quick?
We do the lines?
Yeah.
I was going to do it on the next one.
I was going to show a shading technique that I was doing, where you don't shade it all. You just outline it.
Oh.
So then it's
I'm going to show lines here in a second.
Nice and pretty.
Nice and pretty.
I know that. I thought about
Friends, may I move on? We good?
yeah.
We good?
Yeah. I don't know what colors do you see. I don't know what colors do you see.
Okay. All right. Shh, 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 shh. Can I bring you back in, please? Ready? We never know. We won't. We don't know.
Green, oh, that's
I'll come over here. All right. Next page. You with me still? Or at bottom of the page? Okay. What is my y-intercept on this first problem? Yeah, so y-intercept 0, -1, which is here. Slope. So 1/2, so up 1/2. Solid or dotted? Dotted. There's no line underneath. Friends, question. This line that's drawn right now, do you feel comfortable that 0, 0 is above it? So we might be able to use 0, 0, but we won't know until we graph our second line. Okay? Second line, we'll do in blue. What's the y-intercept? What's the y-intercept? 0, -5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slope? -2/3. So I'm going to go down 2, right 3. Solid or dotted? Solid. Because that little line underneath. Okay. Now I'm going to show one other technique that might work for you when doing this. Do you feel comfortable that 0, 0 is above the blue? And do you, oh man, I got to sneeze, that won't come out. Do you agree that 0, 0 is above the red? Is it above both? Is this point right here, is it above both? Okay? All right. So what I want to do is this. All right. So I'm going to take 0, 0. That's our test point. Plug it in here. So I'm going to get 0 is greater than 1/2 times 0 minus 1. Is 0 bigger than -1? Would you rather owe $1 or not owe at all? Not at all. So this is a true statement. Okay? So that was for the red. So that means I'm going to shade up here. Now, if you didn't have the highlighters, this is another technique that works really nicely. Okay? So that shaded region is the true region for the red. Okay? Okay? So I'm going to take 0, 0 and plug it into this one. So I get 0 is less than or equal to -2/3 times 0 minus 5. What's -2/3 times 0? What's -2/3 times 0? So is 0 less than -5? Is 0 less than -5? No, this is false. Okay? So this means for the blue line, I'm going to shade the opposite side of the blue line. So the opposite side of the blue line is not above it, it's below it. So it's down here. So this means that this is my shaded region right here. This is where my solution exists because my overlapped lines overlapped in that one region alone. Okay? Okay. Kind of sort of make a little bit of sense? All right, do me a favor. Will you try to graph number 2? I will tell you that the second part is the cover method, but try and do this. The cover method, if you don't remember, 0, blank, blank, 0. See if you can figure that one out. And what I'll do is I'll give you about 30 seconds, then I'll start working it. I won't say anything, but you can double check up there, okay? So these two lines will indeed intersect each other. But that red region in between, you're not going to really see them cross unless you were really meticulous about your drawing. But they're going to cross way on the left bottom. But that middle red region is where it is the solution to the problem. Okay? Now, friends, people shortcut this stuff all the time. And it's easy to grade because it's like, nope, wrong. I can look real quick at your paper and know if you got it right or wrong just by where you shaded, especially the kid who shades the entire graph. The whole thing's colored in. Oh, it's just, the whole thing's the answer. No, it's not. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to give the opportunity for you to practice this a little bit, and we. All right. What I would like you to do is I want you to give me a truly, truly honest try. Try doesn't mean it's you come here and it's blank. Okay? I want us to look at page 219. I would like you to try 1 through 6. Do the best you can on it. If you're not sure of it, make it kind of light so if you need to, you can make corrections tomorrow when we go over it. But that's what we have for you, okay?
35.
What time we at? Cool. Hey, giving you some time to start. Hey, so, friends, what we talked about yesterday. Some of you will come, and in past semester, came in and you tried to hurry up and do homework as we were starting class. And then we get emails from your parents saying, hey, what can they do to bring up their D? Maybe do the homework when we give them time to and not try and crunch it in when we're getting into class. Okay? I mean, by Cherry Creek standards, we're not supposed to be giving any more than, in this class, 10 minutes of homework outside of class. So I'm giving you 10 minutes in class. That means I expect 10 minutes outside of class. That doesn't mean you tried number 1 and they're like, oh, that's all I had.
And if it takes you longer than 10 minutes at home and